everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Let's do some fun stuff today. Hey everybody, welcome to our Memorial Day special. And we're actually going to do a little grilling today. I'm going to show you something that is going to be the best thing you've seen all day. You guys, I thought it might be fun since it is a holiday. Might as well fire up the old grill. I think on Thanksgiving I smoked a turkey for you all. Well, we're going to make a beer chicken, not a beer can chicken. This is better than that. And then we're going to take a crop tour, and I'm going to show you a couple things I've been working on. And then that's going to be our day today. You want good charcoal. Forget about that Kingsford stuff. I mean, it's fine, you know, in a pinch if that's all they got. But if you really want good tasting food, get stuff that get something that looks natural. Get a whole bunch of it. Outstanding. Don't forget to use the chimney starter because, again, I don't know, lighter fluid works, but this is just better. Get you a summer shandy because it is actually the kickoff to summer, you know, so they say. So maybe stay hydrated. You know, it's an important part of your holiday weekend. There, we got us a little fire going. That usually takes about maybe 10 minutes and it's ready to go, guys. So let's take a little stroll around here and I'll show you what's been happening. All right, let's talk about planting season, guys. So I know a lot of you are probably not even watching this video because you're out in the field right now working. And I tell you what, guys, I kind of wish I was there with you. We got 4/10 of rain last night, which put the brakes on the long field over here. The last one I showed you on last Sunday's video. The only thing I haven't got planted yet. Now I did, which we'll take a ride and look at here, I did decide to split that field off because the first part of it, 5-6 acres, that part was, it still wasn't dry, but it was drier than the rest. There was no standing water. I had some corn seed left, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna finish off that corn seed, put a little corn in that field right there. And then when the back part of it dries out, I'm gonna go beat the shit out of it for about 3 days straight, spray it and plant it with soybeans. And at that point, it is what it is. God, it's terrible. And I'm gonna have to really deep rip the hell out of that this fall. But I think it'll come around. We're gonna find out. Guys, this is the first cornfield I planted that I took you along for the video for. Now you can see if you watched last week, this corn is really coming up nice. All the little spots have filled in really, really good. Looks like I missed a row with the sprayer. Nope, just a piece of it. I must have turned a little too wide here. Gosh dang it. Oh well, that happens. But nevertheless, I mean, this is looking pretty darn good. I can't, I'm pretty excited to see what I'm gonna have for corn here this year. And like I said, first year planting corn, so to see everything up and off to a good start is really satisfying. And for the most part, the weeds are really staying at bay, except for that one little spot right over there. But you know, hey, nobody's perfect. It is what it is. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Now guys, too, also, as you know, I've got about 10 projects I want to work on this summer. One of them's going to be Sully, my new grain hauler. I'd like to get some paint on that truck, go through it. It does have, I mean, everything works on it, but I need it to, you know, just get it that much better. I got one of the wheels on that lift axle has a real sticky brake. Like, it almost skids when you put the lift axle down. So I'm going to have to address that. And a couple other little things. Put the box, gotta put the rest of the bolts in the box sides and get her painted up because, hey, it's going to be awesome having an extra truck this year. Hopefully I need them both. Hell, we'll know it was a good year if I got both them trucks full all the time. So there's that. I'd like to get a little paint on my forklift because I think that thing looks like hell and it kind of deserves a little pick-me-up. So that's on the list. I got to put a transmission in my 6600. That's kind of higher priority on the list because, I mean, not that I need the transmission because I have one in it that does, you know, it gets me by. It's not great. And sometimes you really got to fiddle around to get it into second gear, but I kind of want to get it in the new shop and get the transmission in and go through. I got a couple of pulleys that are questionable, like as in there's a chance that maybe I'll be combining along and one of those pulleys will decide to ruin my day, maybe my weekend. So I'd like to address that before it gets out of control. I got a couple of Massey Ferguson lawnmowers that are in dire need of some paint. I really enjoy cutting grass with that 7. I mean, it's slow, it ain't real fast, but it's still fun. Big Hoss here is coming along real nice. I know a lot of you had asked me about the back cover. Well, here's the back cover. I even got the hole punched in it to, you know, so I can put hydraulic oil in. I went ahead and kind of painted up the back. It's not great, but I mean, it's shiny. So that's what I was looking for. I did not, however, change this tire. I decided to kind of pump the brakes on this tire since I do have one single spare for this. I got the 2 fronts changed. Those were my higher priority because they were, I mean, make no mistake, that's cracked. The front ones were cracked in a way that I thought one of them was going to let go at any time. So, like I said, I got that all done. I've been sanding. My friend Tasha's going to make me some decals for this thing. I'm really hoping to have this as next Friday's video, but we'll see how things progress. I'd like to, like you say, if I get busy working in fields, this is going to have to take a back burner to that, but I'd rather have this done because, well, right now I had to unhook my field cultivator from Turd Ferguson, hook the disc back to it. I got to do a little welding on the disc because it's got some technical difficulties. I pulled it too hard last time. Something, I don't know. It's going to be nice to have 2 big tractors at one time again. That way I'll just, you know, everything, and I can leave one thing hooked to this one. I can leave one thing hooked to that one. If one breaks, hell, they're both exactly the same. I can just change stuff out and it'll all work out. Miss JT and I did our usual Memorial Day weekend festivities and planted our garden. Got a little bit of everything in here. I tell you what, guys, I made it real easy for myself this year. So, you know, when it come time to rototill this garden, I don't even own a rototiller. I probably should get one because it would save me some time going between the rows. But, you know, when it comes to working the field up, if I've already got something big hooked on, one swipe, I can work up my 30-foot wide garden by 100 feet long in 35 seconds. Tell you what, that is the answer. If you guys need your garden worked up in a hurry, I can be hired. I have to charge by the job because if I charge by the hour, I'll never make any money. All right, friends. We've got magic happening here. Let's do this. Now, what you're going to want to do, put some on this side. And some on this side. That's not the most even thing I've ever done, but it'll be just fine. Now what I'm going to do at this point is add a little bit more in. It'll just help to get things off to a good smoky start at first. Next, take one of your favorite brews, sacrifice it. It won't be a sacrifice in the long run, I promise. It's going to keep that chicken extra good. Just pour that right in there. Ooh. That little guy, he's kind of, yeah, there we go. Now, okay, let's go ahead and just mop this off. That'll be fine. Maybe get a little chicken slick on your thing here. this is just what we got. Use whatever you want. I don't care. Now, this is my chicken. I'm going to set him right there, tits up, and we're just going to walk away from this for a little bit. I just went ahead and seasoned this with some whatever we had on the shelf. I'm not, you know, some guys, they all, you know, you have to use this certain brand and these wonderful spices. I don't even know what that is, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I pulled the skin up. I got some salt and pepper underneath there, and this is, I don't know, garlic herb super steak seasoning or something like that. Oh, let's do this too. I've been soaking these wood blocks for about the last 4 hours. I'm going to throw one on either side. Now, got my vent open all the way up on that side. Got the smoke setter just, you know, just a little moon. That's it. Let's forget about this thing for about the next hour. Guys, before we head off on a quick crop tour here, I got to show you this. I picked up another little project. My daughter has been wanting one of these cars. I don't know why, but is there getting, you know, as time progresses, the old Pontiac Fiero is still, you know, it's a cool little weird car, and well, basically everything I have is cool and weird at the same time, but can't beat this. Of course it doesn't run. I don't know if anybody's interested. Now would be the time to leave a comment. Would you like to see a will it start video on the old Fiero here? Because it definitely right now will not start. I bought this from a junkyard. He says he's only had it for a year. The gas don't smell too bad, but it definitely won't start. I've tried it a couple times. The last registration I can see is from 2015, but which is what the plate says it's good for 25. Well, historical plates in Michigan are good for 10 years, so that math kind of adds up. But I don't know. It's a pretty cool little car, and it definitely fits in the old barn just about perfect next to Black Betty here. So this is obviously, so I've moved my workshop to outside. So now I got this big old cool barn full of 70s and 80s things except for that. Let's go check some crops. Friends, I'm just going to do a drive-by of this corn. There's still a couple of weeds out here yet, but I did go ahead and spray this just to make sure I had everything killed off. So all those, they're all looking real crusty. That patch of thistle right there is looking real yellow, and the corn is looking really good. Okay guys, this is my first field of planted soybeans. I planted these ones here a day after I planted the corn, and we're looking nice. I got trifoliates are starting, so in another week or so these plants will be easily trifoliate, maybe a second node, I don't know, but the whole field is up. Don't worry about that crook over there. I might have gotten a text message or something. But the whole field is up really nice. It's uniformly up, and it's emerged nice and early. So the goal is here, guys, get my 42 bushel the acre beans out of this field at the very beginning of October, get it worked up and get it planted into wheat like the next day. Fingers crossed. Now, if you watched last week's video, you remember where I did my my bit on how much it cost. I've got exactly that much into this field too. This is, I mean, everything's exactly the same. This field's 2 acres bigger though, so I got 2 extra bags of seed. But this field always does me pretty well. This one does, like I say, this one, last year this one did 42 bushels to the acre. And I had a terrible emergence problem last year because it quit raining on the 15th of April and didn't rain again until the 4th of July. So half the field didn't even come up till the 10th of July, and it still ran that good. So chances are good it'll run better than that this year, I hope. But I definitely need to rotate the beans out of it. It's been in beans enough times where it's going to start to, yields are going to start to hurt, disease is going to start to kick in if I don't change it up. So that has to happen. But for now, I'm going to enjoy having this beautiful looking field here, and hopefully that that'll all work out. The other difference with this field is the rent's a little bit higher because this is tile ground, so I pay about twice what I pay for rent on the other field. So there's that expense to take into consideration too. But you know, like I said, we'll kind of see how it all works out. So guys, here's the field I planted in last Friday's video. Things are off to a good start. Stand is looking real nice. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but rows are coming in. Field's up good. Downside, you can't see that. Them stupid geese haven't gone away yet. I need to, well, let's just say I know the answer, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, guys, you got the new babies here. Everything is just coming up really nice. I know I'd mentioned a little bit about that sedge grass back there. There's patches of it that are still growing in, despite the pre-emerge herbicide and the glyphosate that I put out there. I still got, and it's just a couple patches, but I don't know, maybe the little drink of rain we got tonight will jumpstart that pre-emerge herbicide and it'll kill that grass. I can only hope that that's a possibility. But other than that, a week later, there is not a sign of a mare's tail or a lamb's quarter or a water hemp or any of the weeds that generally like to take over this field and make my life terrible. But like I said, guys, nevertheless, we need more than 28 bushels to the acre. This field's going to make me some money. Let's move on to what I did yesterday. Now, here's the long 40. I did spray as much of it as I could, and that's dying off nice. The problem is back, well, let me slow it down here. I want to get some soybeans in this field like yesterday. Now, back there where it's still green, that son of a gun is rough, guys. And it's a little bit sticky yet. So that's why I put the disc back on the tractor. I can't get back there to spray it yet, but I know I can take my disc and chop the shit out of it. And this part here by the poles too, because it was also, again, I tried to pull the sprayer through there and it's just so rough, I ain't doing any good. I ended up spraying half the ditches and the neighbor's stuff, and we don't want that. But there's also this chunk of trees in the middle of this field. So I decided yesterday, I planted this first chunk here with corn. I'm gonna plant the back part in soybeans. So I guess nevertheless, if I at least get some corn out of this field, I can pay the rent back with it. So that's a good, you know, if nothing else, that's a good thing. All right, guys, we're 40 minutes in. That chicken is looking really, really good. I gotta throw a little bit more smoker on there. I'm also gonna set my taters. I made what I like to call special potatoes. I just slice them. I take butter and I grate it like cheese in there. Put some Parmesan cheese in, plenty of salt and pepper, wrap them all up and stick them on and you're good to go. You guys, I want you to watch this. Perfect. We're holding right around 300 to 325. Of course, not that now because I just put the taters on, but it's gonna let that continue to smolder and smoke, and then we're gonna check it for temperature. My friends, no summer barbecue is complete without some sweet corn. Now let me show you what I do. Don't laugh at my farmer's tan. I was sitting on a tractor all day. Never mind that now. Peel back the husk. Not all of it. You can take some of the outsides off, but then just start slowly easing it back, because there's a method to my madness here. Maybe you've tried it. When you get to this point, you know, that's a hairy piece of corn. Just dump all that, get it out of there, because it's just going to set itself on fire. And you don't want to get it in your teeth. Whatever. Get most of that out of there. There, that's fine. Now we're going to just carefully slide everything back on like nothing ever happened. We are going to throw this corn on the grill exactly like that, and it is going to cook up amazing. Okay guys, here we are. 159.9, 160. Done. Guys, you got to remember, that baby's hot, but nevertheless, get it off of there. And honestly, my tater's been on there an hour. They're ready. Let's just Let's just haul everything in the house right now. Bingo. Love it. Now one thing, since that side's on fire, I'm gonna move this corn. I'm gonna move the old corn over to this side. Not that it matters much, but I don't want it to actually set itself on fire just yet. Now you might notice when you throw that corn on there, she's gonna smell like cotton candy for a while. That's a good thing, you want that. I'm gonna cook that corn for 10 to 15 minutes and we're gonna enjoy it. This is exactly what you're looking for. The husks are burnt, but not on fire. Like, look at this guy right here. Those kernels are shiny. That is how you know this corn is gonna be done and it's going to be awesome. I'm gonna let those settle for just a minute. So guys, again, I want to say thanks to everybody for watching. Look at this. Bush Even's got their Bush Light Peach out right now. I probably won't buy a ton of this because it's kind of like drinking pure sugar water, but you know, it is tasty. You got to offset them with a Coors. It ain't a lightning kernel, let me tell you that. Nevertheless, guys, don't forget to pay homage to your fallen heroes for Memorial Day. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Have you ever gotten a Snapchat from a girl?
Nope. Anyway, watch this.